This is for all my fans and all of my clients. This video will be shared to everyone. This is also on my YouTube page as well. We Ride for a Cure. Going out to all of my new clients and those who have reached out to me. Got instructions, got their formulas, and dietary plans. I'm making this video so that you all can go back over it. We are 2 days before the spring equinox begins, which will be the 21st. The real new year. Here are some instructions and guides that you all can follow. This is not going to break your pockets. This is not going to be stressful or strenuous, taking forever to do. Simple steps will be the result of a larger outcome if you follow this. The spring season is now here. Number one thing that everyone should be doing right now, I don't care who you are, where you're at, 1 weekend to cleaning your entire house. If you're going to start a workout program, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're just dealing with a health condition, the first 21 days of spring will help you reach your goals faster by doing these simple steps. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a licensed medicinal practitioner. I am a person who survived stage 2 colon cancer. I am 9 years cancer free as of Sunday. And everything that I will explain to you all on this post while I'm getting my day started will help you start wherever you want to take this. It's up to you. But this is a simple program. Clean your house first. Get something as simple as pine salt, baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, fresh citrus fruits, oranges, grapefruits, lemons, limes. The peels as well as the innards are very nutritious. The peels have more vitamin content in it than the actual innards. If you suffer from allergies at the beginning of the season, this will help you get through that with less allergy issues. Take a pot, put water in it, let it boil, add the peels of the fruit, add bay leaves, some eucalyptus oil, and use this as a cleansing agent. You can add this with pine salt. If you have like borax cleanser, the powder, you can use this and use hydrogen peroxide, put it in a spray bottle, and add the water. And to give it more power, get you a mason jar. I usually have one around here. Take the innards that you use, the bay leaves, mint leaves, and put it in the mason jar and let that sit. Add the water, add some hydrogen peroxide, and you have a natural bacterial killer. You can make as much of this as possible and it will not break your pockets. And you can eat the fruit. But if you choose to not eat the fruit, put it in the mason jar and let it sit overnight. And use this as a cleanser. You can start by cleaning the house, but finish it by using the cleanser. You can also add soap to it, clean your rugs, clean your furniture, and it will not taint the coloring of the furniture, even if it's leather. Bed sheets. Use this for your washrooms. You can even add bleach to it if you just want to make it even stronger. But of course, don't use that on your rugs unless you use a little bit of it, not too much. You don't want your rug to change color on you. You can use this in your washroom, in your kitchen, your doors, your ovens, sides. You know, on the sides of your ovens, refrigerator by your side, you know it's a lot of grease that's there. Your grease traps. And most importantly, use this on your ceilings. Your ceilings, take a look at your ceilings. Take a look at the corners of your walls, and you see those spider webs, or those, that's not, a lot of that is not spider webs. That's just a collection of all that dust that eventually goes into a small thread. Dust is very microscopic. A lot of the stuff that you see, all of the dust that you see that's on your wall, all that is in the atmosphere. So clean your house. Do this every week. Now, this will help you get better oxygen in your house. Of course, opening up your windows. Clean your windows. You know, you all see them dead flies in the windows and all that. Where you think all that smell is coming from? You got that smell, you know where it's coming from. From them, especially in the springtime. If you've ever worked in a large facility and you see all those flies that get caught up in the trap, they die. What do you think happens to when they die? They start to smell, just like dead meat. Clean your house. Now, cleaning the house is one element of it. Number two, get you a calendar, get you a regimen, get you a program. Not just, I'm doing this so that I can wear a nice outfit for the summertime. You're doing this so that you can heal. Pay attention to outside. We got a little snow out here because we had a little snow in the cold weather, boycott winter. Y'all know me. Pay attention to little things that grow. You see tulips growing. You see dandelions growing. Guess what? Read up the benefits of dandelion. Those of you who have diabetes, study the benefits of dandelion and beetroot and burdock root and bladderwrack. If you are diabetic, those are perfect for you. 120 days, springtime to summertime. This is the absolute best time to start a new dietary program. Start eating more fruits and more vegetables, reducing your meat intake. And if you do eat meat, you're not supposed to eat no more than this much meat in your stomach, because your stomach needs to be able to break it down without getting exhausted. And that's why you get that itis, because you got too much in you. That's just a simple observation of it. Start a program. Anything that you practice 18 minutes a day. 18 minutes a day. That means if you work out for 18 minutes, it becomes you. If you study something 18 minutes a day, eventually you start to get it. Have something on your wall. These are just little tricks that they work. If you have a washroom, find an affirmation, put it on your mirror. Recite that affirmation. Do more affirmations showing you love and admiration to yourself. I'm not saying be egotistical. Don't get Adonis on me. But just positive affirmations. We're going to get through this today. Here's one. I will not fail today. I will do my very best in whatever I do today. When you speak to a person, I have a little thing, you know, we do the before we say something. I stop myself before I say something. So I may pause a little bit so that I can stop saying because it's so automatic. Learn how to talk to yourself so that you won't make that mistake. There was a man by the name of Bugsy Siegel, and I'm going to get back to my point. If you ever see the movie based upon Bugsy Siegel, Bugsy Siegel is who's responsible for the creation of Las Vegas as you know it during the mob time, the mafia. Bugsy Siegel was also getting into Hollywood and acting, though he was a gangster. One thing in the movie that he used to do, according to the movie, that made people ask why does he do it, was he would always sit by himself and he would say things over and over and over and over again. And a man in the movie asked a woman, I believe that he was dating, why does he do that? And she said, because he does not want to sound dumb. So make yourself an affirmation that will improve everything that you're doing. I have one. I command you to be great. I command you to be prosperous. I command you to be greater today than you were yesterday. This helps you fight insecurity. I will do my absolute best. I will not fail. I will not fail. I say it in another language, which is Lan Ashol Elium or Alium. Lan Ashol Alium, which means I will not fail today. Sauf atawafak. Pardon my French, it may sound what you think it is, but that's not what it is. Sauf atawafak alium. I will excel today. I make myself say that over and over and over again. And I have words in my car. This is how you start boosting your confidence. So I have little things. Kul sheu ella mayuram. All is well. Little things like that. Get it done. And the more you do that, the more you begin to flow. This is what spring is about. Springing into getting things in order. Right now, so many of you all are getting those refunds. Can you take your refund and work that refund to where you're not broke for the rest of the year? Or maybe you're not broke for the next 3 years. A process of $100 a month could put you into a better financial bracket that will create generational wealth. Do you have 3 or 4 family members that can invest $20 into a insurance policy? I'm still making my point. An insurance policy that you all can continue putting on for 3, 4, 5 years and we don't want to talk about it, but it's a reality. Someone in that family passes away and they're a part of that, then that money can be allocated to each of the family members, and that it can actually go back into a fund that creates generational wealth. These are things that you can do to keep the stress off of you. Don't buy a brand new car. Don't go shopping at the mall. Don't go and get your hair done for $1,000. That little money right now can turn into a great investment. If you all bought $300 in silver 2 years ago, you would have $1,000 in silver now. Almost. Silver went from $35 to $80 a coin for 1 ounce. If you invested in cryptocurrency and invested into gold when gold was still under $4,000, literally, if I'm not mistaken, about 1.5 years ago, through cryptocurrency stock, and you kept putting money in, and you all know, I'm gonna go in, you smokers, on the average, you smoke $3,000 worth of marijuana every year. At that time, if you did this 1.5 years ago, 80% of the money that you smoked could have made you $10,000 if you knew how to do your stuff properly. This is what getting this activity together benefits you. So let me go back to my point. I was just using examples. Before March ends and we go into the spring season, pay attention to the flowers that are growing. Work on cleaning out your lungs, because now that the atmosphere is getting thinner, you're more likely to catch a cold. You're more likely to get sick. You're more likely to catch a virus, because now the air is opening up. It's a lot thinner. It's not as thick because of the cold. So it's easier to catch a cold. Also, your blood within 21 days, going through the spring season, as it begins to warm, your blood gets thinner because it's not cold. And even though, mind you, your body stays at a 98, sometimes 100 degrees, sometimes that's bad, but you have a very warm inside. That doesn't mean that your blood doesn't change. Your blood, if you're in Chicago, go to Florida. Stay out there for about 4 months. Then come back to Chicago. And even if it's 60 degrees, if you haven't been in this type of weather in so long, you're going to feel like, oh my God, it's freezing. Oh my God. No, that's because your blood has not adapted. So it takes a little time for your blood to adapt. And while it is adapting, it's getting rid of stuff. And that's why you end up getting sick, or you end up getting colds, or you got the little snot coming out of your mouth, or you got the sniffles, and stuffy nose and all that. Because all of these things that you were breathing during the wintertime is now coming out. Some of you all be coughing up a lot of stuff. That's because all that stuff that was sitting up here is now coming out, because now your blood is changing. The atmosphere is changing. So this is why I said, go and get you a pot, get you some citrus fruits, take the peels, put it in there, and clean your house with that stuff. And you will begin to feel different. You'll begin to notice how clean the air is. This is also going out to you new baby people, you new mamas and you new daddies. You got newborns. Your whole entire house should be clean, not just getting a humidifier, but cleaning the whole entire house and seeing how fresh it smells, especially the carpets. And if you have pets, you need to clean your house at least 2 times a week, especially if you got dogs like pit bulls. You all know who you all are. And you should be cleaning your dogs every week. If you allow your dogs to run around the house like y'all. Another thing you can do is invest in detox teas. Invest in teas that clean your eyes, clean your kidneys, clean your liver, clean your lungs. At this time, get into a small workout program. And there's a lot more that I can talk about, but this is just simple stuff that you all can do. Now, for my detox camp affiliates, I officially welcome you all to the family. Your assignments have been sent. Look for your food prep program. On the 21st, we begin the 21-day cycle. Please remember, the first day, we're doing nothing but liquids. So you have 3 days to prepare. Don't overdo it. You can do it just like what we do in Islam. We're going through Ramadan. We only got a few days left. We don't eat or drink from sun up to sundown. If you are not that strong, just drink. I'm not telling you not to. What I'm telling you to do is don't overdo it. And this is where people who are practicing this lifestyle fail at, because they don't take time to prepare. Okay? Poor preparations creates poor performance. So, first 3 days, get yourself in a condition where you can wait a little longer before you eat, until you can actually do it for 1 complete day, just liquids, and then focus on going a whole full day without drinking as well as eating. You want to have a full day where you put nothing in your system, so that whatever's in there can actually be absorbed, so you have an empty stomach. It is best to do a detox by fasting for 1 day on an empty stomach. And then as you begin the first full day after eating, hey, my stuff just came in, just got a little text. When you eat your first meal, the best foods that you can start off with are watermelon, apples, bananas are okay. Some people can't do bananas. I prefer pineapples, grapes, watermelon, even some granola if you can do it. Nothing heavy on your stomach. The pattern that you want to follow during this is light day. That means you just eat light, very light. Medium day, you add a little bit more. And then you have a heavy day. That means you eat full. Then after that, you fast 1 day. What you are doing is training your body so that it is more conditioned. Now you have approximately 3 weeks. You have 6 cycles of fasting every 3 days. That means every 2 days. That means you got 2 sessions of fasting for 1 week. So if you start on Sunday, you fast. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you eat. Thursday, you fast. Friday, Saturday, you eat. Then you repeat the cycle over again. After 3 weeks, you've done 6 complete cycles. Your body will start reconditioning itself. You will notice that you're losing a lot of waste, called weight, during this cycle. You're going to recognize that your stomach is going to do a little bit of growling, but don't panic. That's just eating up whatever's left up in there. And the more you do this, that 6-pack is going to start coming back, and it's not because you're anorexic. That 6-pack is going to start coming back because now your body is now getting leaner and getting your muscle tone back, because as you're doing this, you're starting a regular program of exercise. And you don't have to look like Lou Ferrigno or a bodybuilder. It just means that you're in a better shape. You're going to be feeling better. You're going to be waking up a lot better. Your sleeping time is going to be more rhythmic. Now you go into the actual dinners and lunch preps. We don't really do a breakfast or break fast. We really don't do too much breakfast, because as you're doing this, you're going to start eating according to the proper time chart. Meaning this: 4 hours after you wake up, if you get up at 7 o'clock, 4 hours after you wake up, you should have 1 bowel movement. 1 bowel movement from everything you ate before. The next thing that you will notice is that your body is going to start regulating its bowel movements. If you eat, you should have a bowel movement every time you eat. Sometimes you may not have one, but before the end of the night, you should have 2 bowel movements. And then you have 2 bowel movements. That means that your body is in good shape. Now, if you're having more than 2 bowel movements, that's even better, but pay attention to your stool. I'll do another video on that. This will happen as you are detoxing. Sometimes you may go as much as 4 times a day after the 72 hours. Why is this? It's because that which is not supposed to be in your body after proper digestion, it begins to come out a lot more, including the things that now that you're giving your body the proper nutrients that it needs, it is going to start eliminating a lot more. You're going to start feeling it here on your sides. You're going to start noticing that all that extra weight and that sensation that you have, that's gone, because now the body is saying, we're clean now. We're doing a lot better now. We're more amped up now, because you're eating the foods according to your blood type, which will be another video, so stay tuned for that. The more you practice this, just 21 days, have a calendar, get a phone, keep notes of yourself and everything that you're doing, and take pictures of yourself. And don't forget to encourage yourself that you can do this. Watch how things change. I ask people to take pictures of themselves. If you've watched my videos, I showed you what I looked like when I was sick, and I showed you all what I look like when I'm better. Pardon the haircut, because I do need to get my hair cut. And the gray hair, I'm getting more gray hair now, but it's cool because I'm older. But there's nothing wrong with taking a look at yourself. And please, 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 before I get offline, please remember these words. I love you enough to push you. I love you enough to push you. And if more relationships understood that, we would have less divorces. We will have less separations. We will have less households without a father and a mother together. People forget that love is the highest vibration. I don't care how mad you are at a person. I don't care how bad you hate a person. Love is the highest vibration. Love is the highest frequency. Love is so much of a power source that you can sit up here right now and see people who have mastered that principle that can stop wars. And when your body is out of whack, your body is at war with you. Learn how to talk to yourself with a sense of love. Get in the mirror, man, woman. Yes, things are hard. Yes, gas prices are crazy. Yes, we got a president who's really smart, but he's stupid too. I don't know how you can fit that in. We got a world that right now is arguing with itself, and people are suffering. However, there are people who can see all of this and still say things can get better. And I hope that my message imputes that to everyone that watches this. I made a video about the importance of having a birth ceremony. I've talked about the placenta. And stop letting doctors, hospitals take your placenta. That is yours. It came out of your body. You're supposed to bury it and give it because that is your biological twin that sacrificed himself or herself for the baby that you had to be born. All of those nutrients, all that's in that sack, they take that. Pardon the ambulance, I stay by a fire station. I talked about the importance of men and women. Stop disrespecting each other on social media. And I told y'all I got a hit list, respectfully. I got a bunch of people that I've already let them know. I will be making videos dedicated to you and this abusive tactic that you do with women disrespecting men and men disrespecting women, especially you ladies that's on social media and got nothing to do. And I've already challenged 3 women. I'm still waiting for their response. 1 ran, and I already checked on that. Don't try to come for me and you can't take the heat. If you cannot give a solution to our problems, stop talking, because somebody like me, not to get fame, not to get popularity, but to stop a nasty cycle of women and men disrespecting each other to get some social media likes. You're supposed to be the solution, not the problem. And you're not supposed to add on to more problems. You're supposed to add on to solutions so that you have more women saying to you, thank you for helping me build a better relationship with my man, with my husband, with my boyfriend, etc. And men the same way. Thank you for helping me heal from my situation with my friend, my girlfriend, my wife, etc. So I hope this helps out. Clean your house. Citrus fruits, pot of water, bay leaves, eucalyptus oil. Clean the house. Take a mason jar. Add the innards of the fruit. Add that water in there. Add a shot of hydrogen peroxide. Let it sit. Put it in a spray bottle. Clean your whole entire house. You can also use pine cleaner. If you got pine trees, get the pines. Let it sit. It will help out. Work with these things and do it every 3 days or at least once a week. Your furniture, your doors, your washrooms, your kitchens, in between the sinks, in between the stove and the refrigerator, underneath the toilets, all that, and see how much better your house smells. See how better you feel when you wake up in the morning. See how the atmosphere changes. And I'll talk a little bit more about immune systems. I will talk more about immune protection for your children. Don't forget, last thing, I talked about the beautiful benefits of colloidal silver. Everyone should buy colloidal silver. Everyone should buy colloidal silver. You should have this in your house. They got some on sale. You buy 1, they give you 3. You should have this in your house. Colloidal silver helps protect the immune system. I've had people who had dealt with COVID. I told them how to use this to kill that COVID virus out of their system. It's out of you in 72 hours if you use it properly. However, you can also use this as a nasal wash. Just a couple of 10 drops into a water. Clean your nostrils. When you go out and when you come in at night before you go to sleep, clean your nostrils. You'll thank me. This stuff is a gold mine. There's also colloidal copper, which is good for the hair, blood flow, and colloidal gold, which is good for brain functions. And gold. It actually is good for brain function. That is a little secret of our ancient Egyptian elders and ancestors. They use that. There's even a story about, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Ramesses that went to war. I don't know. I'm not sure if it was Ramesses or Amenhotep, but they said that when he got injured, he was bleeding gold because it does go into your bloodstream. And that's another story. If you all know about the Anunnaki, you know about the Havilah in the Bible. You talk about that a lot. So those are benefits of that. And the history of the children of Israel, where the manna came from heaven, or monetized, gold in white form. It's a lot more to that. And it kept the children of Israel from getting infections when they were traveling through the land of Canaan, and they had to sit up here and deal with all the beasts and the snakes and all the poisonous animals. That's where the pork comes in. That's another story for another day. I hope that this helps you all out, and I hope that I did a good job in displaying what I know. This is for edutainment purposes, education, entertainment combined into one. It is now close to 2 o'clock, and I am off this line. I command you to be great. I command you to be prosperous. I command you to be greater today than you were yesterday. Ramadan Mubarak to everyone. When is it? Not India. Arabayum. 4 more days. All right, y'all. Peace.